They say life can change in a second, but they never tell you how quietly it happens. No lightning, no drum roll. Just a knock on the door, and everything falls apart. That's how it started, a knock. And my landlord standing there like a judge delivering sentence. You have to leave today. No pleading. No grace, just reality. Raw and loud. I managed to pack some clothes and rush downstairs. My wife was still packing when I got out. She trailed behind, holding our 9-month-old baby, our little girl. She didn't know why her toys were suddenly in a sack on the ground. We were out by sunset, me, my wife, and our 2 children. No roof, no plan, no one to call. 2 nights later, labor came early. My wife was rushed into surgery. I remember staring at the door, biting my knuckles till they turned raw. Emergency C-section. My wife lost a lot of blood. I couldn't sign the consent form. I had no money, no deposit. Just a borrowed pen and hands that wouldn't stop shaking. I signed. I prayed. I waited. Hours later, they placed our baby in my arms. Kioma, tiny. Her skin was darker than Chikamaра's. She was beautiful. She was alive. But before I could smile properly, they handed me a bill that almost crushed me on the spot. I refused to look at the amount. Instead, I went straight to my wife. She's perfect, I whispered into the crook of his neck. He nodded, tears welling up. I know, but how are we gonna pay? The question hit me hard. I had nothing. No money, no job, no plan. We'll figure it out. I lied because I wasn't sure what else to say. A woman appeared beside us, smiling. She was the one who offered us her back room. 4 walls, no ceiling. 1 burner. And 2 children depending on me to somehow make magic out of nothing. I walked the streets daily, tool bag in hand, looking for work. Some days I ate. Some days I lied to my daughter. Daddy has eaten already. Eat your food. But the truth, I was starving. Not just for food, for relief, for help, for a chance. And then came the night that nearly broke me. The baby was coughing. No medicine, no light, no money. My wife held her in tears, and I stepped outside into the dark, barefoot on cold cement. I looked at the sky and said quietly, God, if you're still there, I'm not asking for riches. Just show me one open door, one. The next day I posted online. My name is Ebuka. I'm not begging. I'm a worker. I fix electricals, do repairs. I just need one opportunity. If you know anyone who needs help, please connect me. I hit send. Then I switched off the phone. 2 days later, a message came in. Can you come to a job? My inverter is down. I jumped on the offer. It was more than I expected. And then came another job. And another. Small wins. But wins. I bought bread. I paid part of the hospital bill. I watched my wife finally smile while rocking Kioma. My daughter laughed again. There was light in our room. And hope in our hearts. It wasn't much, but it was enough to keep us going. Enough to get us through each day. I'm not there yet. But I'm not where I used to be. The bills are still there. The struggle hasn't disappeared, but I'm not sinking anymore. Because now, I'm standing. So if you hear this, know this. Behind every tired man you see on the street is a story, a storm, a fight you don't see. Some of us don't need rescue, just a rope, just a door. Now, here's the thing. It's easy to assume that everyone who's struggling is lazy or doesn't care, but that's not always true. Sometimes people just need a small nudge, a helping hand to get back on their feet. When Ebuka reached out to his network, he didn't beg. He offered his skills and experience. He was ready to work. All he needed was a chance. And that's what those small jobs represented for him, a lifeline, a way out of the darkness. It reminds me of a quote I read recently. It goes, "The best way to help someone who's down is not to give them money, but to help them stand back up." And let's be clear, financial assistance can be a blessing. It can literally save someone from going hungry or keep a roof over their heads. But when it comes to helping people truly transform their lives, empowering them to stand back up on their own 2 feet is invaluable. This is Ebuka's story, a story of resilience, determination, and the power of human connection. It's a story that could be anyone's story. It's a story that reflects the struggles many go through silently, the battles they fight without complaint. Ebuka didn't have much, but he had his skills, his grit, and his love for his family. With these, he clawed his way out of the abyss. As I conclude, I want to say this. If you ever find yourself down and out, don't lose hope. Reach out. Connect with those who can help. And most importantly, never give up on yourself. You might be just one job, one opportunity away from turning things around. And if you see someone who looks like they're down on their luck, don't just walk by. Ask how you can help. It might be as simple as giving them some money to eat or helping them find a job. You never know when you might be the helping hand that someone needs to turn their life around.